Now, if you recall, in the previous video I mentioned about the pipe of the main center sweep hand being bent, or rather there was text on the screen saying, mentioning the bend, and saying usually when you see a bend in the pipe of a hand, of a seconds hand or something similar, it's normally because of a bent pivot. So naturally, trying to hold this and keep it in focus for you, I needed to check the pivot, and you can see that indeed that is very bent. It's actually a double bend, and there's some corrosion on the middle section there. I'm going to try and straighten it, but it will involve gentle methods of doing so, because with a calibre like this you can't just go to a supply house and buy replacement parts off the shelf. So we'll see how that goes. At least I know it will run with the bend in the pivot acceptably, and obviously because of where the upper pivot hole rests and where it exits the dial, it's not going to bind too excessively. And considering that this particular stopwatch is not going to get heavy use, it shouldn't be such a problem. And there you go, one very bent pivot. So this here is quite a nice design. I've just placed the balance cock back onto the movement, as you can see, and rather than a setting that's fastened from underneath, which are really awkward to clean and lubricate, this one actually has two small screws which hold the setting in at the top. Now, unfortunately, unlike your typical setup with an interlock spring or what have you, where you can take the setting out and leave that in place and the balance hasn't got much room to move, you can see that's not the case in this instance, and this is with the bottom dual setting still in place. So without that there, this balance would just bounce around in the cleaning machine fairly unprotected. But what this does mean is that I can unscrew this, remove these two parts, so you've got the chaton there with the hole jewel, and then you've got the end stone there. I can peg the jewel, clean it in mineral spirits and isopropyl alcohol, reassemble it, do the same on the bottom, and then run that through the cleaning machine, and then afterwards I can take the cap jewel off, because it's a very positive fit. It can only fit one specific way. So I can take this off, make sure that's clean, oil it in the conventional manner with an oiler, and then replace that back into the movement, knowing that it's oiled properly, which is quite a nice setup. I like this, and it's all fastened from the top, so there's no messing around having to remove the balance to do it and what have you. I'll just add, because I didn't show the disassembly of this part, this is the winding stem, and it just consists of 4 parts, as you can see here. So you've got this gear here which goes on in this orientation. You've got this driving wheel with its square cut and its teeth at one end, and the teeth go in that orientation, and then finally the spring sits on the bottom of that, and the whole thing is held in under tension, and that provides your winding. Like so.